Alright, time for another riveting film with Viewtiful Joe 2. Just finished up beating Alistor, or Thunder Boy.
Let's get it on!
And now we're moving on to an even more exciting film, kinda. Ice Age! Edge. Yeah, I guess they're parodying the title Ice Age. I don't think this was out by the time it was, though. Maybe the first one. I'll do some research on that if I cared. And we've got ninjas, and we've got bomb throwers, and we've got a green flyer. Oh, what's his name? Birdie? Something like that. Whatever, this first part is just the usual fare of beating the ever-loving... Hope to land a combo there. Beating the ever-loving crapple out of our enemy Olymps. And the setting, appropriately, of course, is in the icy mountains. Ugh! That's brutal on those V-points! They gave me 4 villains, what am I supposed to do to get all those V-points? Seriously. Gotta help a brother out. Just like a giant snowball would help a brother out, exactly. Gee, I wonder if that's what we have to do. Well, maybe I will go for it, Sylvia. At this point, I've started wondering if it really is Sylvia saying that, or if it's like some other nameless female voice actress or whatever. Because why would Sylvia be saying it if she's, you know, one of our playable characters? That doesn't make sense. And if she was saying it, then it would make even less sense while you have her out in the chapter and she says it. Then it's like, oh, she's talking to herself. Like she's prepping herself up. Okay, Sylvia, just go for it! Or something like that. And yeah, the way we build up the snowball is brushing the snow off of this branch here. If it's too small, and trust me, it has to get freaking huge. Like, I think that's good. If it's too small, it'll get brushed up to the very top ledge there. And it took me, unfortunately, a while to figure that out in one recording. This segment is not that bad. This avalanche that keeps falling is just more annoying than anything else. As you can see, it doesn't really hurt us, but it does push us a little ways back. I would dare say it will push us all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. But yeah, when you're on the snow, you can actually do the jump, like jump multiple times sort of deal. What was it we were doing before? We've done that in a previous part. Oh, it was off of the branch at the near the end of last chapter, or last film with Alistor. When we were getting up to the bell, those little... Oh, I know the name of the tree. It escapes me right now. Bonsai tree? I think that's what it is. I'm just giving Sylvia a shot now so that I can... I don't know, not seem sexist or anything like that. You know, she's really not that bad. It's just so different to use her. I mean, slow down with record is actually a pretty awesome technique, but other than that, I mean, she's really got nothing. Her punch button is so painful to use because it's not a punch, it's a shot. I don't know, it works okay when you're trying to shoot somebody who's ironically close up. And this platform, we basically have to move over to that side, and for a while I thought it involved actually hitting it over to the side, but you just stand over and launch it high enough to get off that ice platform, and it'll eventually come over here. When it's all the way to the right, you just hop on it again, or not let the avalanche get in your way, of course, and then go, bam! Yeah, you were able to launch up a short distance that you could have normally jumped up to. At least that's what it looks like to me. Damn, ninjas. I still prefer calling them that. I know they're Cromarties, but... Boy, I'm gonna look really silly if I keep calling them Cromarties and it's actually not their name. Pretty sure it is, though. Jerk. I actually beat up a Cromartie as a normal Joe. How about that? Second chamber. Eventually I'm going to show what all those chambers mean. Now is the time. Come back here, Spirit Reaper. Yeah, I don't know. It's coming my way over there, I guess. It's odd, the perspective in this game, especially when you're zoomed in. You really kind of hope that your enemies are close enough to you. And often they're not. I just tried recording there. So pretty cool. The one interesting thing about using Sylvia is the ability to combine all her 3 techniques at once, which is slowing down, recording, and then zooming in. As you could tell, it just did the effect that we did to the... Oh, I'm going to find out their name and then tell you. The Spirit Reaper. That basically didn't really do anything. I mean, we did the spiral kick because we were slowed down and zoomed in, and then we recorded it, so it didn't really seem to do too terribly that much more damage, so... Missiles that we did not hit back. Joe is cool. Unlike the new Xbox One. Okay. I promised myself that I wouldn't talk at great length about E3, even though it's going on as we speak. Recording this on the 12th for reference. But damn, it's been a very interesting E3 so far. Yeah, I'll talk about it briefly, because right now all we're doing is beating up more bad guys. And then, well, okay, now I'll talk about this part real quick. There's a part coming up where I'll have time to talk, so... Right now, we're actually going to do a level akin to Ice Climber. Right down to having the clouds that you can blow up. You gotta beat up these blue... they look like they're female characters, so I'm just gonna call them blue bitches. Probably not their real name. I'd be stunned if it was, but... Just throwing my frustration out there. The ice is broken, as you can tell, by jumping up, and then it reforms, so you have to kind of be quick about it. And that enemy who... Come on. That enemy who just fell beneath us, we are not going to acknowledge right now. Oh, come on. But we will fight him in a bit. He's not really all that difficult, so whatever. Okay, there we go. And for whatever reason, clouds are solid on the bottom. I bet you didn't know that. They don't teach you that when they tell you all about the cumulus, cirrus, and stratus, and cumulonimbus, and cumulo... I just reverted back to my days of, I don't know, elementary school. We learned all about the clouds and how we all wanted to be astronauts one day, except I didn't. I wanted to be a professional baseball player, and look where that got me. I'm currently playing Viewtiful Joe 2, destroying an alien that crashes down to Earth and gives me a movie ticket. Or a train ticket. Or lift ticket. I do not know my tickets. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this is our enemy that we beat up, similar to how we beat up everybody, so no challenge. And he gives us the ticket. Is there something profitable here? Ah, well, that's cool. New life, I suppose. Alright, we're catching the cable car. That's the word I was blanking on, except, oh no, we've got this giant plane, and he's a dick, so we're gonna slow down. And maybe fires missiles back at him, or maybe he's not firing any. Oh, and there they go. Right over my head. This would just resort to... Deer. I'm gonna be regular Joe, and... Feels like every time I mistakenly turn back to normal Joe or normal Sylvia, I always manage to get hit. That's the time I least need to. Least need to. English. You'd think it'd be speaking in Welland by me, since it's mine in first and language, but Unfortunately, no, it isn't nothing. Yeah, a few more RHOHs. Which, for the record, I still don't know or quite remember what that stands for, but there he goes. Oh, that was... I wonder if that one missile hadn't been a bullshit hit on the last part as he was going down, that I would have had a V in defense. Reminds me of Binding of Isaac, but I'll get to that another time. Yeah, so this is the very long cable car section where we're just beating up enemies constantly while avoiding, sort of, the tornadoes that come up in trying some hopeless attempt to reenact Airman stage. Apparently you can't record 3 times zooming in, which makes sense, I suppose, because it's pretty powerful. But anyways, yeah, I'm just going to be fighting these guys for a while. I guess I could talk about E3. I've been watching those, very interesting stuff. I think the entire gaming community is kind of in on the idea that Microsoft is dead in the water. And I have a friend who's kind of a Microsoft fanboy. He doesn't really defend the Xbox One, but he did say that he watched their conference, and a lot of the titles they're coming out with are going to be pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet, but I did see the Sony reveal, and that was just intense. Constant good things, like Kingdom Hearts 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, just to name a few. The new Assassin's Creed looks really good. You know, I've been so jaded when it comes to consoles. Like, I have my PC now, and then I also have my old video games. Me playing Viewtiful Joe here. That I hope to get another console someday. I wasn't sure if it was going to be the PS4 or the Wii U. I don't have a Wii U yet, and I don't know if I want one. But I saw their Nintendo Direct just now. I missed the live stream of it, and I have to say I'm actually kind of impressed. Oh my god, look who it is. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to our recurring Big Lipped Alligator boss in a minute. But that was the first act there for that film. Nothing really to write home about. I mean, the scenery was cool. Oh, I didn't mention it. I'll buy some of these, but and actually end up using them, maybe. Because I'd like to, you know, I've watched the pre-screen demos that, you know, the computer thing for these games before that I never watched before. And they show off some pretty neat techniques I'd like to actually be able to do. Knowing me, I'm probably going to buy them and then forget that I even have them, but whatever. Yeah, I guess I can just save real quick and be on with it. From what I remember, the next act is... Oh, I know what it is. And yeah, it's going to be relatively boring, but kind of cool at the same time. How does that work, one might ask? Well, why don't we go ahead and see. Well, look who it is! It's our old friend Six Magen, here to turn into a submarine. And yeah, this is the size of it. Once again, we have the problem of not being able to hear a damn thing he says because it's so quiet. Ah, yes, but we get our favorite... Normally, I thought he said my kind of juice there, but whatever. I cannot hear what he says. It's a, you know, ended franchise already, but I'd have said if they ever made Viewtiful Joe 3, one thing they really need is subtitles. I don't think there are any available in, like, the options menu or anything. Yeah, we got our typical attacks, though, you know. Again, nothing really that special. Very similar to the flying part of the first game. How you have bigger missiles when you slow down, and zooming in while you're hit doesn't do anything in the sub. And speeding up, basically... They caught me in a bind. I don't know how I would get out of Okay, yeah, they die when you shoot enough missiles at the very top of the water. Yeah, this section's going to go on for a while, so I would just conclude my thoughts on, the E3 so far, that if Microsoft is kind of dead in the water, that leaves Nintendo at a distant but still semi-strong second, with Sony, and I've never said this because I'm not a Sony fanboy by any means, but, oh, look at that. But yeah, basically, Sony has the lead right now. Oh look, I'm a drill now, who'd have thought? Yeah, since in Beautiful Joe 2 we can do the switching deal between Joe and Sylvia, it's a very subtle switch, really, because there's nothing really outward, like big, alright, we're gonna spin and then turn into our thing. No, it's just a quick switch between the sub, and then all of a sudden we have treads. Yeah, just like that. And this ice is not breaking. Why is it not breaking? Well... Okay, I guess I'm just gonna die? What? No. Well, it just does one part of damage. Okay. Whatever. At least I didn't die. Probably wasted a good bit of time, but that's okay. I suppose. Did you say "ah, lovely" there? I didn't really hear it. I really need a translator for this kind of thing. Thankfully that shark in the background is not going to attack us, since it could swallow us whole. See, like there I thought he just said easy peasy. But that can't be right, he just got hit. Why? I don't get it. Ooh. Yeah, there's a fundamental problem. There's a distinct problem with the purple fish, and that is that they launch some kind of missile, and when it starts getting more intense, they come up from both the top and the bottom. So, like, that was odd how they just had Joe's voice there be like, Yahoo! And Sylvia was the one currently, and now she is, piloting the 6 machine. Don't tell me he's doing this again. How can I... get it? Oh! Oh, I can jump! I've been able to jump this whole time. Wow. That was very smart of me. Very smart of me. Huge bunch. Uh-oh. Jeez, the thing almost looks defunct. Oh, God, one of these launches those quick missiles at you. Damn it! It would do it right as I was saying, oh, well, I'll just stop here and then maybe see... Like, I don't know, to where I can actually... Sound like he said, how could this be just now? Okay, that's why it's always good to have to take 2. No matter how easy or difficult you may think it is, because if you're recording it for the internet, it may suck. I am very much proof of this. There's something oddly rewarding about shooting a bunch of fish and jellyfish under the waters. Giant missiles! Look at that. That was cool. I'm trying to listen. I can't tell what he's saying. He, as if it's a person. I can't tell what the 6 machine is saying. Very confusing. And they really should allow zooming in so that I can do some neato trick. Why, look who it is! It's Captain John! I mean, really no. It just seems kind of dumb to have him as a recurring character now. Because What's interesting about Big John, and I think I determined this... What chapter did I say? Oh, yeah, this is definitive now. But at one point I remember saying to myself, well, this is not Big John. You know, this is just Big John's character doing small, pointless things. Like, how you can have a character who has a certain persona, but then, when you bring back that persona in very short increments in different chapters, it just doesn't really feel like it works, you know? What is Big John? Like, I need that SOB to come back up. Ah, so I had to beat all the things to advance. Sure. But no, you know what I mean? It's like Big John's persona now has turned into, oh, he's the quirky, stupid character that gets burnt out before the real thing comes. Or, oh, he's a mini-boss. And yeah, for the record, I think Big John's pretty cool. I think he could be not simply relegated to being a mid-boss. Not like in Disgaea, anyway. Who gives a damn about Big John? His new name is Mid-Boss. I give a damn about Big John, that's why I say it. Looks like this one's not over easily. Okay. Right as I say that, I knew it would get hit in one hit and then it would be dead. Well, this section isn't dragging on long at all. I guess the general gist of these cannons is that you have to keep destroying them so that their, I don't know, layers peel off? Oh. Yeah, I'll give him the D on my defense. Wait, wouldn't that be a good thing? D for defense? I don't know. So yeah, that's the first half of the film, and man, I'm at such a good duration now I can actually take a pause intentionally between the next video, finally. So yeah, next time we'll finish up Chapter 5, or Film 5, or what the hell ever. Until next time, see you guys later.